Most people do not know how much I dedicated my life to training and trying to become jacked in my teens. Most people see me now and they kind of just assume that I've always been like this. They just kind of assume that I have good genetics and that I have always been more on the jack side than the skinny side. But let me tell you, this took so much fucking work. There were periods of my life where I was going to the park on my little cracked up bike to do about 1,000 push-ups and more than 500 pull-ups per training session 30 days in a row just to be more jacked and to get respected by the people who I was living with. I was sick and tired of people just calling me skinny and weak and not being respected amongst my peers. And this is your time to make that change as well. First off, before we get into the video, join the free community down below, top link in the description, where I'm going to be basically teaching you everything you need to know about getting in your dream physique. That's it. It's all for free. Just go join right now. So first off, I sacrificed a lot. I weighed about 48, if not 45 kg coming out of a surgery because of my appendix. It fully ruptured, right? So I had to go to surgery. And when I came out of that surgery, it was like an hour long, but when I came out of that surgery, I was about 43 or 45 kg, which is of course lighter than a feather. So about 2 years later, I actually decided to make the choice to start working out. Always kind of felt like I had to say no to things around me that was kind of holding me back to become the best shape of my life. And this is what you're gonna have to do as well. If you want to start getting in shape or get more jacked, be more muscular, have bigger arms, chest, whatever you want to achieve, you have to sacrifice a lot in life. You got to understand, you cannot achieve your dream physique without sticking to the same old habits you are sticking to and without actually changing the person who you are now. I had to change my full identity. I had to say to myself, this is not going to be my life no more. The person who I am now, the skinny type of guy with the low arms who everybody sees as just the skinny weak guy, I had to step out of that personality because I was owning it. There was a period of time in school, in secondary school, where I was literally owning the skinny guy, right? Or the guy who was skinny, the guy who's weak, the guy who can't lift heavy or whatever the fuck. Nobody was working out at that time, but there was definitely a fine line between the people who are just normal, also skinny as fuck, but just normal, and me. I was ultra skinny. Like even when I grew up amongst my peers who were the same age as me, they were all skinny as shit. Looking back at it now, they were all also very skinny. But compared to them, I was really skinny, right? So I had to say to myself, I don't want to be this no more in order to become the person who I am now. That's the only reason why I actually got in my dream physique now. That's the only reason why I achieved it, is because I changed who I was. I sacrificed the old me for the new me. Sacrificing doesn't only come down to you sacrificing the old self for the new self, but it also comes down to saying no to people. Do you think that all the successful people in the world, and answer this question for me honestly, right? Do you think that the people in the world who are, first of all, in the best shape of their life, very successful, famous, have everything to their name, and didn't sacrifice a single thing? It is not possible. There has not been a single, even historical figure who has done a lot of great stuff in life, who sacrificed their own needs for certain things or the needs for others. That is how it goes, especially as a human being. If you're God, you can do anything, but you're not. You have to make sacrifices. You have to sometimes say to someone, let's say your girl or your mom or your parents, no, today I won't be hanging out with you because this is what I'm now doing. This is my goal and this is what I gotta achieve. This is what I call masculine achievement, right? You have to fulfill your purpose without looking back. And yes, you're gonna be risking offending some people when it comes to saying no to them, right? Sometimes you're gonna be thinking like, damn, I'm disappointing everyone left and right because I want to do something, but that is the reality of it. You have to be courageous enough to make that choice anyways. You gotta understand, the fear of saying no is very normal. We all want to please people in a certain way. Even if it's when somebody asks us to drink and have a party and go to a party or go to the movies or just walk outside and you have to say no because you need to work out. It sounds very selfish. It also in our hearts, it feels selfish. It's like, damn, I'm skipping this nice activity. People want me to join them, but I'm saying no because I gotta go to the gym. The gym is gonna be there 24/7, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. And the people who I just said no to are not gonna be here forever. But because this is your purpose, this is still the choice that you should make. Saying no is one of the most powerful skills that you can have in your arsenal to achieve anything, let alone just achieving your dream physique. Second thing I did to absolutely smash my goal of achieving my dream physique is I trained outside and I focused on the basics. Now, why did I train outside? It was difficult for me. I trained outside. Let me tell you, this is not a joke. I trained outside in every single season. And I live in the Netherlands, right? So when it's winter, it's fucking cold. When it's summer, it's hot. When it's fall, there are shit ton of leaves and it's still cold as hell. So yes, I trained in every single season outside. What does that also mean? I made sacrifices. I said to myself, fuck comfort. I'm gonna go outside and do my 1,000 reps. I'm gonna go outside and train my push-ups and pull-ups. I'm gonna go outside and do some explosive squats or swim in the fucking lake because I want to look a certain way. That is just what I had to do. You thought probably that this video was about the perfect training routine and the perfect exercises. No, I didn't do the perfect training routine. There was no perfect training routine. There were no perfect exercises or perfect sets and reps, perfect rep speed. There was none of that. I just put in work with the work that I thought was correct for me to achieve my goals. That is the same thing that you're gonna have to do. Of course, I can help you get on a certain type of program where you can make a shit ton of progress, coming soon by the way, but you should always just focus on what you want to achieve, regardless of somebody else telling you that it's ineffective. Listen bro, today I'm gonna do more than 1,000 reps of upper body reps, pull-ups and dips. Most people would look at me and think that is ineffective. You are doing it wrong. You're never gonna achieve your goals like that. Ta-da, here I fucking am. Here I am looking like this now. The reason why I'm doing it is because I just find that difficult and I like that difficulty. That's why I do it. I feel the best when I train in a certain way. You feel the best when you train in your certain way. That is what you should follow constantly. Even if somebody tells you you should never do this, you should never do that. If you like to do 1,000 push-ups a day, even though because science says you shouldn't do that and it's ineffective to grow your chest, but all of a sudden you see your chest grow, why would you stop with it? Why would you then all of a sudden follow someone else's mindset in order to achieve your results? They have their results, you have your results. Achieve that. And that is exactly what I did. I focused on the push-ups, the pull-ups, the dips, the squats, the muscle-ups, and that was about it. And I did that every day outside, and I still do. And the reason why I still do is because it has now become a passion, right? It has become a passion. I like to do the basic reps, and I do believe that the basic reps will always provide you with results. If you start doing push-ups and pull-ups every single day from today, in about 6 months, you will look like a completely different person, bro. And guess what? You didn't follow the science-based nerds. You didn't follow any of that perfect exercise crap. You just worked. You put your body through stress and now it is going to evolve. That is what I want you to do. That is how I got in my dream physique. I just put stress upon it. Whether that came from weightlifting, doing curls, push-ups, pull-ups, dips, progressively overloading with all of them, it doesn't matter. If you just put stress upon it and if you work hard towards the dreams that you want to achieve, you will get them. Number 3, I did everything and I tried everything to eat more food. I'm an ectomorph. You probably know what an ectomorph is if you've been in this fitness space for a little while. You have basically ectomorph, endomorphs, and mesomorphs. I'm an ectomorph. Ectomorphs are the skinniest body types out there. I don't even know if this is like a real scientific thing, but this is what they call it, right? And an ectomorph is like the real skinniest body type. These are the types who gain weight very slowly. We also call it a hard gainer. I am a hard gainer, right? Even if I eat 3,000 calories a day, it's going to be very slow growth. So I had to do everything in my possibility to eat more because our appetites are very low. Every single day when I wake up, guess what? I'm not hungry. I'm literally not hungry. I have to starve myself in order to feel a little bit of hunger. Even if I don't eat for an entire day, I will not really be bothered. I kind of like that anyways. Do anything just to eat more, bro. If you're an ectomorph like me, try your best to eat more. Even if you always been eating random ass sandwiches with cheese and that's the only thing that you can kind of eat because your appetite is very low, just do that. Multiply it by fucking 10. Multiply it by 3 or 4 or 5. Eat more. Learn how to eat more. You have to train your stomach. And it sounds very weird. And a lot of people are going to hate on me for this. And they're probably going to say, you need this type of grams of protein. You do. They're absolutely correct. You should get 1 gram per pound of body weight for muscle growth, right? I totally agree with that. But day number 1 of you trying to get jacked, that is not going to happen. Sorry, but you don't even know how to do that. That is going to grow and evolve over time. And that is something that I can help you all personally with to grow the fitness journey over time. I can't show you how to get on the perfect diet and the perfect training routine today, but I can show you all the action that you need to take today to be able to live the life that you want to live further ahead, right? And be in the dream physique that you want and make more progress with it. Right now, I know what I'm doing. I can get my meals in exactly during the day for the exact amount of calories that I need, the exact amount of protein I need, and the exact amount of fats I need and carbs. I now know how to do that because I learned along the way. But for you, that is not going to be the case. You're going to start off with not knowing shit. You're going to start off with not knowing how to properly eat a lot of food. You most likely think that if you eat a lot of meals a day, you're eating a lot. But then you also start learning about that even if you eat a lot of meals, those meals could be full of shit and 0 calories. If you eat 5 sandwiches a day, you might think like, damn, I ate a lot, but those are not really high calorie. You probably ate like a normal human being, but you just had a lot of meals with those calories. So you probably still ate like 1,200 calories, which is not enough to gain weight for you, probably. So that is something that you're gonna have to learn. But right now, don't focus on perfecting it. Just focus on starting. People think that you need perfection before you start. Listen, man, starting creates perfection. If you just start, you start to learn along the way on how it actually is all going to work. And that is how I got in shape. And then the last thing I did, I stayed consistent. There's only a couple of things that you have to do when it comes to getting in shape. You have to first get your training in order, get your food in order, and your recovery, and then you have to stay consistent. Now, what does consistency require? It requires discipline. It requires for you to actually stay on top of a schedule and do it regardless if you feel sad or angry or unmotivated. You do it anyways. That is what discipline is. Doing it anyways without you feeling like. Now, that is what I did every single day for 6 years. And if you do that, do the hard work without you feeling like it, guess what you will achieve? Your dream physique. Your dream strength, the dream body that you want, the physique that you want, everything that you want will be achieved through staying consistent on the things that you need to stay consistent on. So even though I probably increased my life difficulty by 100% with starting working out, it is worth every single little bit of effort of it. I want you to start as well. So again, before you click off this video, join the free community right now. It's all for free and I'm going to be teaching you about it. I will see you inside hopefully soon and I'll see you in tomorrow's video as well. Make the sacrifice and stay resilient.